The spectacular port arrivals on the Sicilian Splendors cruise with windsurf were quite unforgettable and are captured here. After a full day at sea, we find ourselves arriving at our first port of call, Giardini Naxos, on the east coast of Sicily.
(7:45), our first port of call is Giardini Naxos. Have the pilot boat down there. We have our tenders, making sure they're working. So we pan around to the other side of the bay. Up on the hilltop there is where we will be going this morning, to Taormina. I believe the outcrop of rock there is La Isla Bella, a little island we will hopefully get to during the day. Spectacular as always. Great to be here early morning at our first port of call.
We now make the short journey south from Giardini Naxos to the port of Siracusa.
Our second port of call, early morning, 7 a.m. Just pulling in to the dock in the wonderful city of Siracusa. Breakfast in Syracuse and looking over there to Ortigia Island. Just can't beat this for breakfast.
We leave Sicily for the time being, and after a lengthy overnight sail, arrive in Valletta, the capital of Malta.
To Valletta through our porthole, and it's really the first time that we've been in the same port as a big ship. 2,500 people apparently, in the Queen Victoria, just as we approach Valletta Harbour. The walled city.
So we are just pulling into the harbour in Valletta. It's a busy harbour, surrounded by the walled city. One big visitor joining us today, 2,500 capacity Queen Victoria. Warship in the distance there in the harbour, smaller ships, and now one of the large ferries just pulling out of port. Then panning around the enclosed harbour, looking towards the sunrise at about 7:30 a.m. the other side of the walled city. Another day, another port. Guess this is Friday. Later today, and later this morning, hopefully, we'll be heading up to the main town, which is up on the hillside there, up above the protected areas. As we pull right in now, we're going to, I guess, park right in front of the Queen Victoria.
We arrived in Gozo, but due to bad weather, were unable to take the tenders to the island, so continued our journey on.
So Saturday morning sees us anchored just outside the port in the tiny island of Gozo, part of Malta. It's only about 25 square miles, so we don't have a defined plan yet. We will see what the day brings. So, as predicted, a grey cloudy day. There's been some rain overnight, and I believe that is the main part of the island, the capital of Victoria. And great to see different islands. Generally accompanied by an almond croissant and coffee on the deck.
A few little sea swells from our portholes, looking towards the capital, and tender operations are currently suspended, so we will see what that means for the rest of the day. There has been some heavy rain, but looks clearer in the distance, but I guess time will tell. So this is Gozo from level 2 port windows.
Today we find ourselves back in Sicily at Porto Empedocle.
Early morning sunrises at a new port. Breakfast at the veranda.
Overnight we headed further north, and today sees us arrive in the port of Trapani. Having left Sicily, today we arrive in the beautiful island of Lipari.
Good morning from the beautiful island of Lipari. The tenders are practicing. We are anchored just offshore. Spectacular views, hills, mountains, cliffs, the church. Pleasant temperature. Walking along deck 6 to the other side on the super yacht. The pilot boat is here. I believe that is the island of Volcano, where you can actually see, I believe, some volcanic activity ongoing. At one point we were going to go to a tour there, but they cancelled it. This really is a beautiful, protected harbour and setting. This morning, this is truly picture postcard stuff. Able to come into these small ports that other boats can't. This is truly what sailing with Windstar is all about. Today is a little lighter schedule. Take our time and just enjoy the small port of Lipari. Breakfast at Lipari. Probably our last relaxed breakfast, as we have early morning trips for the next 2 days. Idyllic setting.
From Lipari, we have the lengthy overnight trip north back to mainland Italy and the port of Sorrento.
7 a.m. October 1st. Arriving back to mainland Italy, the cliff-top city of Sorrento. The anchor is just going down. Sun hasn't risen just yet above the hills. There is everything to see about beautiful Sorrento. Perched on the cliff tops. So this morning we are in the Bay of Naples, and tonight we'll just make the short hop over there to Naples itself as part of the rearranged final leg. In the background above Naples is of course Vesuvius. And then we have part of the sun just starting to appear over the hills of Sorrento. And early morning breakfast once more. Just getting the tenders into the water for the morning. Sunlight just hitting the hill over Sorrento.
Due to weather, the final leg of our tour takes us to the port of Naples. Put an extra layer of clothes on now, and still will be a pleasant day once the sun rises. And here is the port of Naples. Peak breakfast hour on a cold day in Naples. There's just 4 of us eating outside. As we arrive in Naples, we enjoy one final signature sail away as we leave Naples and head north to Rome.